background?
I'll go back on Insight from the first joint. We dropped a compilation with Littleton Miller. It was called As the World Sleeps. And they put one of my songs on there. It was The Wrath of Cass. And it was like me coming out. It was like a wrath. It was a wrath of, just me being young and hungry. And I just went real wild, and I had my Midwest style, the fast rap. And then after that, like really soon after that, I started with Twombo 6. And that consisted of me, Gangsta Nut, Shorty, Darshwan, Simi, C-Bone, and Riddler. And that was kind of like, it was a West Seattle woo.
Yeah.
We didn't sound like them or anything, but everything that we moved was kind of like Wu-Tang-ish. Yeah. Everybody had their own style. Everybody brought that same or that certain substance to the table, and made everything right.
Everything different, but so the same. It's like it fit. Cause yeah, I grew up listening to that, like, which is kind of crazy for me now to be making my own songs and doing my own thing and see the support that was there then. Yeah. And it could have just been a West Seattle thing, but I don't remember anybody saying. I can't remember anybody saying they didn't have that album. Nobody out here going, everybody had that album. If you didn't have that album, something was wrong with you. Right. And to be honest with you, since I say the Save Me album, yeah, it's probably the last one to where everyone was supportive and wanted to go grab that album, and it wasn't. Do you have the album? It's play the album. I know you have it.
Well, it was kind of like a domino effect, because if you think about it, back in those days, Seasick was kind of like the well-rounded graphic artist, and when people were hungry and really had product, they went to him. So it was my album. It was self-titled.
Yeah.
Self-titled went through them, and then Save Me came, and it was kind of like everybody seen the movement. It was a real big movement within the 3 albums on how bright the production and everything looked. Actually, the production was really quality. Yeah. The graphics was good and everything. And it was a really good support system back then. Yeah. Everybody was everywhere. Yeah. And it wasn't no thing.
With you doing music currently, and and like I said, that following was crazy. Mm-hmm. And I know that the fans are still out there, but the support system isn't as strong as it used to be. And I'll say that throughout Seattle. What do you think is causing that, to where, the supporters aren't coming out in the masses, and you don't hop into somebody's whip and hey, play that new Sarkastik, and you know they have it.
Right.
What do you think has caused the lack of support? Because it's not what it used to be.
Well, see, the thing is, like, the way I look at that is they don't have the supporters because we don't look like what's on TV every day. Mm-hmm. So every day, the younger generation, all they have is the MTVs, the VH1s. They look at what's on the top 40, they hear everything on the radio, and that's hot. Right. But they lost touch with actual independent music within the town. Right. They lost it. Because when they see it, it's not good enough as far as what they see every day on TV. Every day maybe in double XLs or the sources, people buy magazines. When you're really a hip hop head, you buy all this stuff. Now tell me, if you bought a magazine, either double XL or source, how much Seattle music are you gonna see? Right. You're not gonna see too much. I mean, I'm not banging. I'm just saying that's the reason. If you get that right budget, and I just gotta drop on the emeralds on that, because once the emeralds blow, that's what's really gonna have people listening to this town music. And that's what bright pictures and good substance within, everybody reading upon what's going on in the town. Read about me, man. Don't just see me at the liquor store, man. Read about me, man.
Definitely. Even with the Emerald magazine, it's like, there's still with you being a pioneer and still doing it, mm-hmm. and to say, I dig the magazine, and take time, to tell me what you liked about it, etc. It's crazy, because there's a lot of people out here that don't want to support the magazine. And it's like, well, you're not reaching out. You're not supporting the magazine.
Well, I look at your magazine as far as the actual music in the town. They're treating your magazine as certain people do the music.
Exactly.
Because it don't matter if it's a magazine, music, or even if I got a T-shirt that I'm trying to do. They're gonna be like, oh, come on, man. And I don't like that. I mean, it's you know, I'm not even gonna say it's hard to say. But truthfully speaking, it's like that. And it's sad. It's kind of like, yo, why are you doing that for? The only thing I don't like about the magazine, personally, is that your pages is too thick and you can make more. The pages are thick.
Yeah, but
chop that down and make more, because I wanted to read more on that. That brought me into it.
Definitely. In the next issue, we actually are gonna have a lot more. We're gonna cut down a little bit the length of some of the interviews and to get more artists.
That's all beautiful. I love everything. It's just we need more.
Okay.
We need more.
We definitely. We want to be able to go to 60 pages within the next 2 issues. We actually just got a distribution deal that we're looking over the paperwork, and we're working on. We're gonna go talk to a lawyer on Wednesday to take a look at the information, and you know, if everything's on the up and up, we're gonna be able to go throughout the Northwest, Canada, nationwide. So we want to feature all the good stuff, and we want to be able to keep this dialogue open, Castle, so people that have been in it for a long time can pretty much tell you. I mean, it's almost like a rise and fall. And I look at your career, and I don't mean to fall because you're still getting it in. I was actually at a show you did. It was about a year ago, bro.
Yeah.
At Northwest Sports Bar.
Yeah.
And so you guys came in, and it was like 12 o'clock. The club is like just okay. And you guys came in with that energy and, you know, just killed the show and picked it up. But when I say, I mean the support system to go from everybody is there, everybody is standing behind, self-titled, everybody is standing behind, Sarkastik, loving the music, and you guys just plateaued where you had to have an album, and then all of a sudden the town is like, okay, well, it's not what's seen on TV.
Right.
I mean, it's like crazy that happens. Like, how can you even prepare for that? How can you brace yourself for, you know, when you're putting out quality music, that hasn't stopped, but the support in the town is just not what it was. It's not a money.
I think what we actually need to do is go out of town. I got a lot of love. I go out of town, and you know, I display my talents. I go out and do a couple of shows, maybe in like Idaho, you know, you know, somewhere rural, not no big cities or anything, but somewhere rural. There was a lot of big support back in them days, you know, in them days of going to perform for them. When I come back to the town, that's when they actually support me, because they see me leaving and then coming back. And then when I leave and they don't see me for a while, and I come back and it's real big, then, you know, I did a couple of looks here and a couple of looks there, you know. But in the town, it's not a couple of look things. It's kind of like, yo, when you hear this or when you hear what we're doing, you need to jump on it. You know, I jump on everything I hear out the town. Anything I see moving, you feel me? You come to my house, you're gonna trip on my collection, you know?
It's okay to spit written material in a cipher. This is what they're telling me, because I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Okay,
You can't spit
this
that.
is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna put it right here. It's two things.
Okay.
You're either gonna have a rap battle,
Right?
or you're gonna have a freestyle competition. Listen,
Okay.
when you rap, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You can say some shit you written 14 years ago. You know why? Because you're rapping. When you go into a freestyle competition,
Right.
what does that mean?
Freestyle.
Off the top of the head.
In the ciphers too.
Man, you gotta go on top of the head.
Off the top. I think what we need to start doing.
And no, a really good freestyler might go off top of the head. What if you're written shit? But come on, man, talk about the dude in front of you or something.
Exactly.
Elaborate on the shoes to his neck piece, to his hat piece, to his collar. You know, when you rapping about it, motherfucker, you want people in the crowd to be like, oh, not just off your bar that you read a week ago, preparing for it. Come on top, where you at right now. Hold on. Does it take a little liquor? Does it take a little bit of the... I mean, man, what does it take for you to actually freestyle? So you either gonna come to a rap battle or a freestyle competition.
Or, I mean, I think what they're doing now is coming to freestyle competitions and rap battling. Cause it's all written now, man.
Yeah, well, shit. Let me go ahead and go into the booth for about a couple of days or something, and I'm gonna eat everybody up. I'm gonna eat everybody up. I'm not gonna put none of it on the album. And I'm gonna talk about you, your mom, your kids, your cats, your dogs, and everybody. And you're gonna get mad because of the personal stuff I put on you. Why? Because I wrote it before I spit it.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
It takes away from the art. Man. It takes away from the art. So you heard it from Kaz. Cypher, freestyle, no written, please, no more written.
Come on, man. And we got kind of mad though.